When I was in 8th grade, applying for the Communication Arts Department of Dreyfus was the summit of my existence. I prepared for weeks, grilling myself over possible interview questions, writing prompts, even what I was going to wear at the big day. So by the time it rolled around, I figured I was pretty much prepared. The judges could ask me anything and I would know exactly how to answer it. That is, of course, except for what they actually asked me. What classes would you like to take here? My mind went blank. I completely froze up. In retrospect, I knew they wanted me to say something along the lines of speech and debate, graphic design, film, but I had nothing. So I said the only thing I could think of under pressure. Greek mythology. After a long, awkward silence in which the judges probably debated what in the world they were going to do with me, one of them finally got up the courage to tell me that she didn't think Greek mythology was an important aspect of Alexander W. Dreyfus' School of the Arts. It was humiliating. At that moment, there was nothing I wanted to do more than crawl under a rock and die. I knew how Hera felt after losing to Aphrodite in the competition for the Golden Apple. I felt like Medea, abandoned by Jason after chopping up, like, half of her family in the process of running away with him. I felt like the god King Xerxes after King Leonidas. The movie 300 wasn't historically accurate. Anyways, I was utterly, terribly, tragically ashamed. Yeah, we've all heard the "it happens to the best of us" spiel. But if embarrassment actually does happen to the best of us, why is it so embarrassing time and time again? The answer, according to psychologist Thomas Gilovich, is what he calls the spotlight effect. The idea that we think people pay way more attention to us than they actually do. This spotlight can even manifest itself as a social anxiety disorder, in which the afflicted is simply paralyzed by the idea of being judged or embarrassed in social situations. And while this is the extreme, most of us do have physical indicators of our embarrassment, like blushing. What can be considered your body's form of revenge is actually a pretty basic chemical reaction. Our bodies come equipped with their own natural mechanisms for coping with embarrassment. So why do we freak out when something the least bit uncomfortable happens to us? The answer to that question can be traced back way before their Greeks and their timeless tales, to primitive societies, where our survival as an individual depended solely on our ability to stay with the group. Embarrassment stems from doing something wrong in the eyes of the group, because like our ancestors, our instinct is to simply fit in. Nobody knows the meaning of this more than Nick Miner. Way back in the 5th grade, we all had to participate in the Banquet of the Gods, the apex of a semester's worth of Greek mythology. We had to pick our favorite Greek god or goddess, dress up, and then give a 1-minute speech. Well, Nick Miner, who looked like Harry Potter, went up to give a speech about Perseus and completely forgot his lines. So naturally, he did the only thing one should most definitely not do. He dropped the S-bomb and straight into the microphone. Wearing a toga, no less, and in front of everyone. Teachers, parents, grandparents. My grandpacker and Grandpa Harvey were there. They have that sparkling gem on videotape. But the fact of the matter is, nobody remembers this story, except for my grandmother, I swear. She has a memory